Hi there, I'm Erica Hankin, and I just wanted to give you a little introduction as to who I am. I teach first grade in Georgia, and I am special ed cooperative teacher. So today, my topic I'm going to be talking about is technology websites and how you can use them with students and your lesson planning and things like that. So let's get into this video. All right, so here we go. I've already introduced myself. I'm Erica Hankin. So technology, what is it and where do you start is probably the most common questions I get as a teacher when we're trying to incorporate technology in our lessons. Technology is vast, it's massive. It's advanced so much in the past 30 years, and some people just don't really know how to use it or how to implement it in their classroom. So they think it's too complicated, it's not for them. They've done it on paper and pencil for years, so they're not going to change it now. So they are in that mindset. So one of our textbooks, Carr Chellman, 2016, talks about how the central focus of our work in educational technology over the past 30 years has been on developing the ability for learners to retain information. So that concept of just having educational technology as being a vessel for learners to just retain information from and copy in their brain, just like a textbook, that's kind of an old way of thinking. We want to incorporate technology as a way for our learners to use it, manipulate it, gain information from it in a way where they can use it in their everyday life when they go out into the world, when they go out to get a job. We want them to use that technology and be able to learn with that technology as it's changing so incredibly much. So how can we choose appropriate technology for our students? Well, there are 3 websites, educational technology websites, that I really want to talk about today. Mostly educational websites are resources that educators can use to implement, plan, or instruct in their teaching. So planning instruction, implementing technology in the classroom, and then instructing with it. A small sample of what some educational websites look like: they can be used for planning instruction, they can be student-centered online activities where students are engaging with the technology. They can be educator blogs where you're reading and learning and seeing technology being implemented in the classroom, or ways that other teachers have implemented technology in the classroom. And also learning management systems such as like e-learning, e-class, distance learning, Google Classroom, things like that. So here's my top 3 websites that I kind of use on a daily basis in the classroom that I find helpful. So the first one I wanted to talk about is the International Society for Technology in Education, and it's ISTE for short. So this is more of an informative website for teachers. It's a teacher resource where there are standards provided for teachers, leaders, educators, students, all of that for implementing technology in the classroom. It includes not only professional journal links, conferences that are nationwide, worldwide, that you can attend to just learn more about technology and how we use it in education. And they really focus on educators using these resources in all aspects of technology instruction. So here is the ISTE website, and there are a few tabs where I primarily like to go, and that's this button, the standards button. As you can see, there's for students, for educators, and for educational leaders, for coaches, for computational thinking, all of those. I primarily look at the first 2 for students. So what do I want my students to get out of this lesson as far as technology instruction? So the digital citizen. Students should recognize the rights and responsibilities and opportunities of living, learning, and working in an interconnected digital world, and they act and model in ways that are safe, legal, and ethical. So that's a great just form of direction as to where I want my kids to be. So kind of like our I can statements, our learning targets, it's just a learning target that's focused on a technology aspect. And it does break it down into smaller, different categories of what it means to be a digital citizen. Also, there's a knowledge and constructor, innovative designer, conceptual thinker. So all of these aspects that we can incorporate technology and just guide our instruction and kind of plan out our instruction using one of these as that purpose for implementing technology. The other website that I would like to share with you guys is Google Classroom. So this is a learning management system, and it provides different things, different types of documents for teachers and students. I love this website because it's very vast and very encompasses a lot of different things that you can do with your students. So it's very much able to differentiate your instruction if you would like to. It's very user-friendly as well for students and for teachers. So students are able to produce any product, varying products like a Google slide or a Google document, anything like that. They can collaborate using discussion boards and things like that. They can also submit their work to be graded on this system. Teachers can provide the feedback to student work, not necessarily a grade all the time, but they can actually provide written feedback on their work as if it was a piece of paper and you handwrite your feedback, you would just type it. Teachers can also store many different types of work. I love that. I know some people might not like it, but I love that it saves all my student work. So even if I get rid of the classroom or I archive the classroom, it still keeps all of their work that they produced, and I can go back and look at it in the future. So I'm going to just show you real quick one of the Google Classrooms that I have used. So I'm going to switch my screen again for you to show you what I have used. So here's one of my classrooms that I set up last year. So in the front, you can see the stream, and it enables you to do many different components to this. You can have the students collaborate on here on this stream and have them respond, or you can have that shut off, which I have it shut off. So here's messages from me that, give updates for the week or updates for the day. Classwork, this is where we are able to assign the work, and we can assign various different types of activities, videos, Google Docs. This one here was a video that was pre-recorded that they were able to just play on a Google slide, and that they were able to practice their sight words. And then there were just different interactive designs where they can just click and drag these ice creams to make a fun little ice cream sundae for the end of the year activity. So there are many, many different types of activities you can make on these this Google Classroom. You can also set up a meeting, add it to their calendar to keep them organized, and then of course their class drive folder where all of these works are submitted and they're kept, and the teacher also has a copy when a student creates a work like that. So yep, and then there's also a grading tab over here where you can see all of your assignments and the grades they would get. So that is the learning management system. And I'm going to go back to my last favorite, which is RazKids. I use this a lot in my teaching. Of course, I have first graders, so they're still learning how to read, and their phonics. Phonological awareness is a really big part of learning to read. So this is a student-based instructional tool. Most of the time, the students are engaging with it, and it's not really the teacher having to do anything and provide anything for them. The students log in, and they are able to have access to individualized reading books, for their level, I can assign them, the teachers can assign them specific books based on their level. Also, I have assigned books that are on a specific topic. So when we were doing our researching and our informational writing, I went on RazKids and I assigned specific students books that would be on their level and follow the protocols of what we were doing for informational books so they could have something to write about. So that was really cool. The teachers can track their students' progress to see how they're doing on the quizzes to move up levels. Teachers can also make adjustments based on how their level progresses throughout the year. So, and there's also many activities that are paired together with the books. There's like word matching, there's different quizzes that are all incorporated in the books that they read that will help them move up a level. And also teachers can find lesson plans and other instructional strategies, lessons that might be with that book on the student's level. Maybe it's a book the student has already read and you wanted to incorporate a lesson that they have on the site. So yes, this is a paid website. You have to pay to use it and you have to get licenses for each of your kids to use it. So that is one negative with the RazKids, is that you have to have the money. Usually we use it as our classroom money that we get every year. We purchase this for our kids because it is so helpful, because they can also access this at home and they're able to read their books on their level at home without having to take physical books home. And they can also take a quiz and I can track whether they did their work or not. So that is one negative to RazKids, is that you do have to pay for it. And it's pretty expensive, but it is a great resource for individualized reading instruction. So, yep, I hope you enjoyed hearing about my top three websites I enjoy. And I hope to see you guys next time. Bye.